Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you all doing? How you all doing? Let me just wrap up my notes. By the way, guys, what do you think? Because it has been a while since we spoke to each other like this. So I've been wondering. I've been changing up my style a little bit, and I'm rocking the mustache at the moment. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, because I like it. I like it. It gives me this old serious look. Plus, my girlfriend likes it as well, very very much. So so I've been rocking the mustache since the last couple of days. I was just sitting in the living room, and then I thought like, okay, I gotta change up my style a little bit. I gotta change something, and then I did zip, and there went the goatee, and I welcomed the mustache. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, rocking the mustache, and ready to go live with you all, and share some alpha, go over the roadmap, and discuss a couple of things, ladies and gentlemen. So, Tommy, I'm not a pedo. Come on, man. That's harsh. That's way too harsh. Um, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, um, let's discuss the roadmap. I'm not gonna make this AMA too long because it's already 12:15 a.m. At the moment for me. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the roadmap. Obviously, a lot of people have been asking about the roadmap, and we've made certain adjustments, certain changes within the roadmap. Not too much, but just basically according them and adjusting that to the timelines that there is. And as you can see, Q4, which we're now 2 weeks on the way in Q4, is ready to be something special, something surprising. Now, after the adjusted vesting schedule, Q4 is also obviously the quarter where the first token unlocks are going to happen. And I can already guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, that you do not trust me if I say, because we've been preparing something extremely special, what you can do with your tokens, a direct utility, a direct use of your tokens. I think there's something that people are not expecting, but are extremely happy once they know and once they find out. So I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to sell off your tokens straight away. You do not, because you're gonna regret it. Because what's upcoming, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be absolutely massive. It's gonna be magnificent. Let me tell you that. And what you can do directly, very very soon with your tokens, is what a lot of people have been asking for and are gonna be wanting. So with that said, let's get into the roadmap directly. Or let's discuss something globally first, because there's also been a question why certain adjustments have been made, why timelines have been pushed forward of certain things. And that has basically the reason that we have done internal restructuring. So Steve Cracks has brought his own people on board. We have set up new SPVs in new countries. We've onboarded new legal partners, and that just takes some time to fully integrate, because you have to imagine that you have to switch technical backend, set new contracts, get new insurance arranged, get new legal partners integrated in the technical backend, but also in the front end. You know what I mean? The contracts, the deals. Make sure that you get the approvals, which are all needed to do that. But the system has been made way more efficiently, and these changes we've made obviously for the future performance of this company, because obviously we look at the short term, right? We look at ESX performance in next couple of months, but we also definitely are looking at how this company is going to perform in a couple of years' time, in the bull run, in 10 years' time. You know what I mean? When we really want to build towards this unicorn that's promised to be. So with making those adjustments is basically due to restructuring, and we had the possibility to put an offering live, but we also wanted to make sure that once you put an offering live, you don't have a gap of, put an offering live and then there is going to be a month or 3 weeks of no additional follow-up, and then you lose momentum. So we want to make sure that once we roll out things, that is going to be like a massive storm of bam, 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 the one after the other. You keep the momentum, and the flow continues to grow. So a couple of those adjustments have been made, and those preparations have almost been finalized. And that obviously brings us to the first things on the list. Aside from the Unicorn Club, which will launch very, very soon, we are already arranging partner airdrops from new launch projects directly for our Unicorn Club members, but also very, very special other things, which the use of that token, what you can do with it, is obviously going to go first way to the Unicorn Club members. And obviously we'll bring out news on the NFT holders also very, very soon. Now, what brings us also to the next point on the list, which I just talked about, is the launch of the EU, the retail investors. So the retail investors will, in the EU, be able to buy the properties ASAP. We'll talk more about that in the next couple of weeks when we're going to announce everything and dates and stuff like that. Obviously, we have the Sky Villas. We have a couple of other projects as well. And obviously, we have the Loan X model, the loan note model with property flips, where you basically get a fixed interest, and then we make a profit of that, and you have a potential bonus. And Steve Craigs is completely within this area specialized to be able to make sure that these property flips are very, very fruitful. And that's also going to go live very, very shortly. So when I'm saying that everything is got to be rolled out, bam, 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 so you keep the momentum, and obviously it's in the upwards strive, we basically made the assessment, and the base case was, okay, maybe a tiny short pain, but once we're live, it's going to be like a sort of a catalyst. Now, other things on the roadmap, obviously, are the first projects on the blockchain. We're going to launch private investor clubs, which are going to get great deals as well. This will also tie into NFT perks, which is obviously also an NFT perk, right? One of the NFT perks is that you're able to invest into property offerings and get the first access very, very soon. It's also for Unicorn Club. So we will announce more about that as well. And obviously, we've been making a lot of progress on the development of the property buying and selling AI agent. We are now ramping it up with the AI models for the training. That's basically the final stage of the development. But this can tie into so many agents, basically, that can use this for their clients, build an online huge database for their clients, for example, and then all with property sourced by EstateX, and thus revenue then flows back into the ESX token via the commissions that you get on those property deals. So it's another utility, but the AI ESX it's the AI agent we've been developing. It obviously it sources deals. It negotiates, puts in offers, it can buy for you, it manages, but it also has huge databases and data collections of worldwide property portfolios, and it trains and it develops to do all these things for you. And the beautiful thing about that is that it taps into so many things that we do, with selling properties, with the ambassador program of the what's it called, the real estate agents, but also, being able to do it B2B as a sort of a solution for family offices, institutions, and all that stuff. So we will obviously talk about that more. The launch of the RWA pad, which is also going to follow this quarter, might tap into the airdrops of the Unicorn Club, but potentially also not, because on the RWA pad, if people invested in money, it's going to be the A plus quality. You know what I mean? Because we want to make sure that our investors get worth for their money and get the A plus features. That's obviously very, very important. And obviously the launch of EstateX University, where we're gonna, the demos that are the modules that are being recorded at the moment, and we're gonna roll that out. The financial literacy. Obviously, still no one is doing that. And that's obviously also going to be a huge marketing tactic. Now, obviously, all that stuff. That stuff has been familiar. At the end of the year, then we move on to the ESX blockchain, the main launch of the ESX blockchain. And we're also going to launch a wallet system on the ESX blockchain. Now, we will do probably an AMA with Graham very, very soon, because also in Q4, we're going to do a marketing campaign. Now, let me see if I can share my screen, because obviously this marketing campaign that we're going to be doing is going to tie into the business rollout, right? Because you can spend a lot of money on, let's say, for example, marketing, but it's if it doesn't directly correlate to business growth or the business utilities, I wouldn't say it's a waste of money, but the budget could be spent better. You know what I mean? So let me pull up an example, because we started slowly today. We're going to build this up gradually once we announce the dates of the property offerings and stuff. So let me see if I can share my screen, because obviously this has been in the works for quite some time. I think I've seen it already in the community, so I think a lot of you have seen it already, but here we go anyway. Here you can see the Blockster interview of Steve at Korea Blockchain Week, where we obviously had this magnificent interview with Eric, a great guy, amazing guy, and he's also a fanatic now about EstateX, which is also great. But we've done these interviews, and this has been seen now by 10K people. He's very, very connected as well. 90K followers, but this is the slow start of the marketing campaign, basically, and we're gonna roll this out more and more.
And if you don't, well, tough luck, because they're doing big things. So what is the base level of knowledge? Like, what is the end of the day? When I buy Nike shoes, I don't get Nike stock. When I get Amazon Prime renewed, I don't get Amazon stock. My Netflix, Hulu, when those renew for my mom, I do buy those stocks. But at the end of the day, the world is very much extracting and giving the middle class.
We'll go into the ownership of the business. Then the business is split into fractions. So that on our platform, which is that seamless transition from Web 2 to Web 3, it's kind of like a remix between Tinder and Amazon. You can swipe for different buildings and clicking add to cart, and boom, you own a piece of technology. And as I said, we're making investing in real estate as simple as online shopping. So just like you're buying something from Amazon, you would have set up your account, you already would have KYC'd, you already would have put a digital signature in. So it's literally just clicking a few buttons, and then you would own that piece of real estate. You would own that piece of that building. You'd own that share.
So obviously you know the story and you can watch it yourself. I'll share the link in the community as well. But it basically illustrates the start of the big marketing campaign. So you will see AMAs with Liberland, you will see AMAs with massive influencers, you will see more and more internal AMAs as we're rolling out. With the fund managers that we're doing the Sky Villas with. We're going to do live streams and AMAs with that. Obviously, we have a big marketing campaign. You've seen the first video where I was basically shooting at the side of the Sky Villas, which was great. It blew my mind, by the way. It's like when we drove up there, and it's in Ras Al Khaimah, and you come there, and I wouldn't have expected much, to be honest. I didn't really have that much expectation of it, because it's still in development, but the area there is so beautiful. You can see why these guys why this spot has been so in demand, and why these fund managers had really trouble acquiring this, but they've been able to do it and give EstateX a share. But it just shows, when I came there, the hotspot that's going to be obviously across to the first casino in the Middle East, in the Islamic world, which was amazing to see. And yeah, it just blew my mind how how the atmosphere was, how the accommodation was, how friendly it was, how welcoming it was, how inviting it was. It's really a hotspot. You already got there all kinds of restaurants, all kinds of resorts, and we got one of the best locations with beachside waterfront access. You look straight at the casino, and obviously the Wynn Casino is going to attract millions and millions and millions of people each year, and you're going to see all these hotspots around it, including the Sky Villas, profit off that mass tourism hotspot that Ras Al Khaimah is going to be. So in the UAE, they're building massive tourism places, and yeah, you will see it on the marketing videos that we shot and are continuing to shoot there, because it's amazing. So I want to take you guys there alongside with me on those beautiful places. So yeah, let's continue obviously with Q1. So Q1, you will see one of the first things that go live is the prop exchange, then the capital X, the loan. Obviously, we've already acquired the debt providers, which is going to be absolutely used, because guys, once the real estate is rolled out, if you can then have instant exit options and loan against your real estate instantly, that is so big that people do not really realize how big that is. I think, when I was speaking at the Global Family Office Summit, where also a couple of investors we came from, we already closed a couple of deals. So basically, once we raise a little bit of money, then they put in money, and then we accumulate basically the assets under management. And also one of the things that they are so interested in was the depth, and us being able to show them which debt providers there are, and that's going to be the facility. It's so great for them that you can invest now into an asset that is immovable, because it's real estate, which takes very, very long to get liquidity out of it. But now you can invest and take it out, and you can do that with hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, but also with millions, tens of millions. And yeah, that is something that is truly astonishing and absolutely amazing. So that is going to be, I think, a major catalyst in driving the EstateX platform forward in the next year, once we're going to that scale up phase, once the first properties are sold and we've ramped up the AUM this quarter and early next quarter. So yeah, I mean, we can go over it one by one. I'll continue to do it. We launched the ZK KYC on the EstateX blockchain, regulated tokenization on the EstateX blockchain. So when basically on the EstateX blockchain, where all the ecosystem assets are going to be tokenized on, whether that be properties that we sell, but it could also be obviously the institutions, new projects building on it, and then ramping up the TVL there, having so much advantageous technicalities basically on the EstateX blockchain for the purpose of tokenization. I saw someone saying, oh, BlackRock is now going to tokenize and build their own infrastructure. We better hurry up. Obviously, we need to hurry up. That's always the case. It doesn't matter if BlackRock gets in or not. But the fact that we have that advantageous and technical developments is going to attract a lot of people to us, because BlackRock doesn't own the totality of the financial market. I don't think BlackRock is going to focus that much on real estate tokenization, which is one of the biggest markets, like Antonio said. But aside from that, there's enough market share. Even if you look at the totality of all assets worldwide, there's so much money in that world. And I only see it as a positive, because once BlackRock comes in, fully embraces it, and everybody sees that it does, and all kinds of institutions follow, it basically sets that step towards mass adoption. I think it's very, very hard to get any mass adoption if governments and institutions are not involved. And if the big institutions pressure governments for legislation, for the marketing, for public recognition, which hopefully also Trump will do. Obviously, he did it with crypto, and that helped massively. In the beginning stages, I will not talk about what happened last week, but yeah, it just shows, I think, the mature stage that tokenization gets into, and us being the investment platform, one of the only few investment platforms that embraces tokenization for its retail and institutional, with debt providing opportunities, with the technicalities on the blockchain where all ecosystem get assets get tokenized on, being that all-in-one RWA hub. I think that's very, very promising. And then obviously, with all the utility inflow there, it's going to be great. So regulated tokenization, which I started with, obviously, is one of those things that is just going to be great for institutions to use, but also for new projects. And that's going to launch in Q1 as well. Now we've been working, and if some of you, I think, have seen the keynote that I did in Korea, well, you might have picked up something about the government affiliated tokenization that we're doing, and that's probably going to launch in Q1 as well, so stay tuned for that. And obviously the EstateX Pay launch, the mobile app release, Asia, Middle East launch, and all that stuff. Now in Q2, then it's obviously all about scaling, right? Because then we should have had the significant AUM, the ecosystem that is live, the utility inflow into ESX, no matter if it's then already a bear market. If you see continuous revenue inflow, where it's going to be all of a sudden hundreds of thousands on monthly basis, weekly basis being put in, considering the LP that there is obviously you're going to have massive growth potential there, and massive, you're going to see massive multipliers then of the token, and that obviously in a environment where every token is going to go down, that obviously will make a lot of people vibrate towards the token. That is my true belief. It could be one of the big performance, obviously, aside from performing with revenue inflow once it gets out, the marketing campaign, the massive utility, guys. Oh man, I can't wait to share it with you guys. I hope we can do it ASAP. I'm working on the finalizations with the team, and then you will know what you can do with your ESX tokens very, very soon. So you do not want to sell it, guys. I'm telling you straight, you do not want to sell it. But basically, long story short, once you're in that, obviously what we're going to do is perform in the bear market, but once you're in that, in the bull run, with the massive marketing campaign and obviously the strategies and utility inflow, and hopefully alt season that follows with a little bit of luck. But the base case is that in years time and during the bear market, if you're going to see that massive utility inflow and you're going to see the ecosystem massively scaling, that's going to attract, I think, a lot of users to it in a time period where every token goes down. So base case is always the utilities, which is going to be. So I think that is, long story short, a little bit about the roadmap, a little bit explained about certain restructuring and adjustments, the new utilities that's coming up, the marketing campaign, and obviously the most important thing, my mustache. No, I'm just joking, guys. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so the Unicorn Club will launch very, very soon. We'll come with dates probably for the property offering soon, and obviously the private investors club, RWA pad, everything else, and obviously the utilities. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, this week for that. Not all of them. Don't pin me on that, guys. Not all of them are gonna go live, but we're gonna announce some things very, very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention. It was a pleasure being here, and I hope to see you all soon. Cheers.